Welcome, dear listeners. As we gather around our virtual campfire, we prepare to delve into the unknown, to tread the shadowy path that leads us to the eerie and unexplained. Our world is a tapestry woven with threads of reality and the supernatural, the seen and the unseen. Tonight we pull back the veil and peer into this unseen realm where things go bump in the night, where the ordinary meets the extraordinary. We bring you stories of spine-chilling encounters, of spectral visitors, and phantoms that haunt the deepest corners of our world, and perhaps our minds. So gather your courage, hold on to your skepticism, and open your minds as we embark on this dark journey. Who knows what we might find on the other side? Now let's begin our journey with our first tale. A nighttime visitor. Imagine this. You're home alone, late at night, when suddenly you hear a knock at your door. The clock on the wall ticks away, its echo bouncing off the cold, barren walls of your solitary abode. The world outside is silent, save for the occasional whisper of the wind. It's the kind of night where the moon hides behind a blanket of clouds, and the stars seem to have disappeared, swallowed by the inky blackness of the sky. Suddenly there's a knock, a soft, hesitant tapping that sends a ripple of unease through the quiet night. The sound is out of place, like a dissonant note in a symphony. It isn't aggressive or demanding. No, it's a timid rap, almost as if the visitor at the door is unsure of their welcome. A shiver runs down your spine. The hair on the back of your neck stands on end. You're not expecting anyone. Who could it be at this hour? The question hangs in the air, a specter of uncertainty. You try to dismiss it. Perhaps it's just the wind playing tricks. Yet the knocking persists, growing louder, more insistent, like a heartbeat pounding in your ears. Your curiosity piqued, you rise from your chair, each step towards the door magnifying your sense of trepidation. The wooden floor beneath your feet creaks, a testament to the age and stories the house has witnessed. The hallway seems to stretch into infinity, the door at the end appearing more ominous with each passing second. As you approach, a sense of dread washes over you. It's as if the air itself is heavy with anticipation. The knocking continues, an eerie rhythm that seems to sync with the frantic beating of your heart. You reach for the doorknob, your hand trembling, the cold metal sending a jolt up your arm. Your heart pounds in your chest, your breath hitched in your throat. With a deep breath, you swing the door open, bracing for the unknown, but as you peer into the darkness, there's nothing. No one, just the chilling night wind that sweeps into the room, carrying with it the whispers of the shadows. As the man finally opened the door, there was nothing there but the chilling night wind. Spectral Symphony. Picture yourself in an ancient castle where a spectral symphony resonates through the stone walls. A shiver-inducing narrative unfurls, a narrative that begins with a band of comrades, their interest piqued by an old haunted castle. Boldly they cross the threshold into the crumbling edifice, their mirthful chatter echoing off the weather-worn walls, their footfalls stirring centuries-old dust. Abruptly they registered it, piano articulating a ghostly melody, a symphony that seemed to be born from the castle's very stones. The friends shared apprehensive looks, their laughter dying down, supplanted by a growing unease. The castle was rumored to be abandoned, but the symphony was so clear, so tangible. It was as if an invisible maestro was manipulating the keys, the sounds resonating with an alarming intensity. Their initial doubt transitioned into a desire to uncover the truth. They followed the symphony, the sound growing louder as they delved deeper the castle. The atmosphere turned chilly, the dust thickened, the darkness intensified. They continued, entranced by the almost celestial music that filled their surroundings. Finally, they stumbled upon its source. Piano in a large spider chamber. The keys moved on their own, the eerie symphony emanating from them. The room was devoid of any life, yet piano played on, the notes echoing with a haunting resonance. Goosebumps appeared over their skin as they realized they were not alone. The friends fled, their footfalls echoing through the desolate halls, their breathing labored. They left the castle, the door slamming shut behind them, the symphony continuing to play, a memento of the encounter they just had. And as they ran from the castle, the symphony continued to echo, wafting into the silent night. Spectral Symphony was a terrifying reminder of their encounter with the unseen, an experience etched into their minds. Their skepticism had turned into fear, their investigation into a horrifying confrontation with the supernatural, an encounter that would plague their dreams and make them question the very fabric of reality. The Phantom of the Forest. Imagine walking through a dense forest when suddenly a ghostly figure appears before you. Now, allow me to transport you into the shoes of an unsuspecting hiker, exploring the labyrinthine forest trails during the twilight hours. The forest, a symphony of nocturnal creatures, becomes a stage for an eerie encounter. The hiker, initially enthralled by the beauty of the forest under the ethereal glow of the moonlight, soon finds his tranquility disrupted by an uncanny presence. His eyes catch a fleeting figure, a silhouette that seems to dance between the shadows of the towering trees. A chill runs down his spine, his heart pounding like a drum against his ribs. The figure, though elusive, has an undeniable human form, yet it moves with a grace and fluidity that seems almost otherworldly. Confusion seizes the hiker. He blinks, rubs his eyes, hoping to dispel what he thinks must surely be a trick of the light, but the figure remains, becoming more distinct, its form shimmering like a mirage, its eyes glowing like two distant stars seem to bore right into his soul. The realization hits him like a bolt of lightning. He's not alone in the forest, he's in the company of a phantom, a spectral presence that belongs to neither the world of the living nor the dead. Panic surges through him, his instincts screaming at him to flee. His feet stumble over roots as he makes a desperate attempt to escape, the rustle of leaves and snapping twigs echoing his frantic heartbeat. The forest, once a sanctuary of solitude, has transformed into a haunting labyrinth, the phantom's eerie presence looming behind him. As the hiker ran out of the forest, they looked back one last time, only to see the phantom disappear into thin air. In the chilling embrace of the night, the forest holds on to its spectral secret, the tale of the phantom forever whispered amongst the rustling leaves. The ghostly child. Imagine moving into a new home only to discover that you're not its only inhabitant. In the quiet town of Ashford, a family of 4 moved into a charming 2-story Victorian house. Excited to embark on this new chapter, they were blissfully unaware of the spectral presence they were about to encounter. The first few days were serene, filled with the unpacking of boxes and the laughter of children echoing through the halls. Yet as the nights grew darker, peculiar incidents began to occur. The soft, innocent giggles of a child would echo through the silent house, chilling the spines of those awake to hear it. Toys would mysteriously change places, doors would creak open and closed, and the children reported feeling an unseen hand gently tuck them in at night. The family initially dismissed these events as figments of imagination, the result of an overactive mind in an unfamiliar place. But as the weeks passed, the occurrences grew more frequent, more tangible. The spectral laughter became intertwined with their dreams. The unseen hands tucking in the children felt more real. The evidence was mounting, and disbelief began to crumble. One winter night, the mother, a pillar of rationality, saw a translucent child playing in the living room. The sight was not frightening, rather it filled her with a profound sense of sadness. The ghostly child looked up, meeting her gaze with eyes full of longing and innocent mischief. In that moment she knew they were not alone. The family sought advice from local historians and spiritualists. They learned of a young boy who had lived in the house in the late 19th century who tragically died at a young age. The family decided not to fear the ghostly child, but to embrace him as part of their home. And so, the family learned to live with their ghostly roommate, accepting the chilling whispers and giggles as part of their daily life. They chose to coexist, to share their home with a spirit stuck between two worlds, offering him the warmth of family he might have craved in his spectral solitude. These unexplained encounters remind us of the mysteries that lurk in the shadows. As we draw curtains on our exploration of the paranormal, let's revisit the haunting tales that we've traversed. We began with the nighttime visitor, an eerie entity that wandered in the quiet of the night, its presence marked by the chilling gust of wind and the unsettling feeling of being watched. The mystery of its existence, its purpose, and its origin remained shrouded in the enigma of the night. Then, we were entranced by the haunting melody, a spectral song that echoed through the silence, its source invisible to the human eye. It seemed to be a voice from another realm, a spectral serenade that bewitched the listener, leaving them in a state of fearful fascination. Our journey then led us to the Phantom of the Forest, an apparition that lurked amidst the towering trees. Its presence was felt more than seen, a chilling reminder of the unknown entities that may dwell in the untouched corners of our world. The ghostly child, our final encounter, was a poignant tale of a spectral child whose laughter echoed through the corridors of an old, abandoned house. The ethereal innocence of the childlike spirit was a stark contrast to the eerie atmosphere, leaving us with a sense of melancholy and unease. These tales of unexplained encounters serve as a reminder of the mysteries that exist just beyond the periphery of our understanding. They are a testament to the fact that the world around us is teeming with enigmas that defy explanation. They inspire a sense of fear, yes, but also a sense of fascination, a curiosity about what lies in the shadows, waiting to be discovered. As we journey through life, we must remember, not all whispers from the shadows are mere figments of our imagination. Before we part, we'd like to invite you to become a part of our journey of discovery by liking our videos, leaving your valuable comments, and subscribing to our channel. Stay tuned for more tales from the shadowy realms of the unexplained.